Alright, here as light blue, we've got Starlit. And over here as black, we've got Hpopper. And Hpopper actually has pretty good spawn compared to Starlit. Except Hpopper is going to have to be, he's kind of closed in some directions. So he's going to have to watch out for that. We'll see how they do. Both have played pretty well, but Starlight's actually ahead in the metal category. Both players are going to start working on their bot factories here. Just trying to get them done. Both are in the green at the moment. Starlit still slightly farther ahead than Hpopper. Hpopper only has 2 metal extractors, and his comm has completed that bot factory, and it looks like he's going to assist building a fabricator, while Starlit is going to go ahead and build a combat fabber, which we've seen quite a bit here. Getting to work on grabbing mexes and also getting power. Looks like that combat fab is out now for Starlit. Vehicle factory going up here. Starlit's a little bit negative on power. Now Hpopper's feeling the negative in power as well. Both are working on expanding. Metal finally coming up here for Starlit. He's got ways to go to get more metal here, and some pretty sparse expansions. Working on getting metal out, and he actually has more metal than Hpopper at this moment. Grenadier coming out, another Grenadier being built at the moment. Commander is working on power, and Starlight's actually doing quite a bit better in the economy. Some vehicles coming out now, Bolos moving around. Looks like a combat fabber has been built finally and is going to go ahead and start helping with metal expansion. And not seeing much in expansion northwards or eastwards from Starlit here. He's mainly going to the south, and he's actually going to try to grab all of this mechs, which that will run him right into his opponent at the South Pole. So he's going to want to be careful. Anyway, still expanding more. Getting to work on a vehicle factory. Another combat fabber coming out here, and that's probably going to go ahead and help the commander. Reclaiming trees just to try and get to building that metal extractor. Metal extractor is built really quickly. And just some small expansions up the outside towards the north of his base, away from his opponent, which is good. Bomber being built and a skitter as well. Hopefully that skitter will travel south. Actually, he's already got a skitter, and that's traveling south. Just taking a look what is around him, and if he does it right, he will be able to find those infernos before he gets too close. Starlit has found the infernos, and those infernos are coming forwards, and they destroy that skitter. But now Starlit has an idea of where his opponent is, and that's going to give him an advantage. Those infernos coming northwards. He's going to want to be careful with this. Bomber working on hitting those infernos a little bit, and grenadiers and bolos coming out and forwards. No more expansion going on at this moment. Looks like he's going to expand northwards instead of getting a separate group to go ahead and work on expanding. He's just sending his other group, and that's going to take valuable time out of his ability to build. Quite a few bombers coming around though, and that will give him the advantage against those infernos. Spinner coming forwards, and that's going to help defend against those bombers, but it looks like the bombers have been pulled back at this moment, and they're coming around the backside. And they may try to hit the far side of the enemy base. Interesting. Looks like quite a few fabrication combat bots are being built, but they're quite a ways away from Starlit. So that's pretty surprising to see. Assault group coming forwards. Spinner gets taken out before it can take out a bomber. More bombers coming out as well. Troops are incoming. Bolo's doing some damage. And a Bolo is taken down. Some regrouping going on. Bombers coming in. And they're going for the Inferno. They take down the Inferno and go for different targets. But they're being taken out by spinners. The assault group by Hpopper has been destroyed completely. Bombers coming in, and they are going to come around the backside and damage one of those factories. But those stingers are destroying them as they come in. And those bombers get taken down. Units coming forwards. And they're getting hit pretty well. Not a lot of expansion except around the backside there from Hpopper. No expansion over here. A lone Bolo working its way forwards. And actually it might do pretty well against all those units. No combat units at all to fight against. Bombers coming forwards. And they should be coming around the side here. And let's see, they're going for that metal extractor. And all of those stingers come forwards as quickly as possible. And almost all of those bombers, all of the bombers in fact, get destroyed by the enemy. It's a pretty big loss for Starlit. And it looks like his units are just sort of doing whatever they want on the front lines. Not really doing anything specific, which is kind of sad to see. Not a lot of expansion going on over here. You could just send one engineer to go ahead and start building over there, but he's apparently decided not to. Bolo coming around, and Grenadiers coming forwards. And they're able to take out those Bolos. Bolo coming forwards, and it's attacking those engineers, and the engineers are destroyed. And that single Bolo has pretty much destroyed at least two of those metal extractors, which is a pretty big loss for him. Bolo sitting there, not attacking anything at this moment. Another Bolo coming around. Looks like vehicle factories are going up behind. Nice push here by Starlit, and he's pushing forwards, doing quite a bit of damage. Start pushing into the base, destroying most of the factories really quickly. There's not much that Hpopper can do. He's just trying to run away at this moment. Inferno's getting into the power, just ripping them to shreds. And at this moment, it looks like Starlit has pretty much won the day. A large amount of Grenadiers coming around, though, in this back area. He might be able to use them to destroy Starlit. However, Starlit might destroy the commander long before then. Commander attempting to run away to his secondary base here. But he's got no support units. Firing off an Uber cannon, but it's not going to be enough. And that comm is dead. And Starlit takes the victory.